Hello everyone, this will be the review of game Hero of the Kingdom 3 and the key was provided by developer. I also played the second game, Hero of the Kingdom 2, and it took me 10 hours to finish. This game took me 6, so it seems to be shorter, but it's very similar. I will show the gameplay in a moment. Just one disclaimer, I'll be showing you a fully fledged character from the end game, but I will just show you the first area. But there will be spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers concerning the character development, then you should stop watching now. But I won't be going into the story, so I will just show you one area and well, the basic area, the first area, and the map, which normally has to be unlocked, but I will be showing you the map and all the character traits and perks that are unlocked, just to show you that the game isn't just mundane and primitive as it might seem if you just see the very first moments of the game. I will just show you how it actually evolves when you play. Let's go to settings. You can check language, you can probably use user profiles. I didn't touch it. It works in Windows properly, but there is no resolution settings, and it doesn't have sliders, but it has settings of all the sound branches separately. So we have effect, environment, and music. I will just press play. Maybe before we do it, I will show you achievements roughly. You have actually achievements in game. They don't mean anything in game, but you have to play quite a lot to get them. So yes, you have achievements, and you won't even have them all after finishing the game. You would have to grind. The game is very grindy overall, but I like it. I really like it. I liked the previous one. I like this one. It's nothing special, but it's very addictive. You will just probably play it in one go or in like 2 or 3 days, just clicking more and more and grinding like crazy before you finish, because that's what I had. This one more turn, one more move, just get this done, get that done, and eventually finish. So if you press play, this is the screen of the game. Maybe let's go with the tabs that we have. So this is the camp. Let me load it. Let's check recording. Yes, this is the camp. So in camp you can cook, you can make potions, and you can craft weaponry. Now if you do cooking, you're just gonna use some resources and get some food, and then if you have enough food you can rest, and this is gonna load your energy. Does it show you what you need to know? Not here. So let's just go for it. Let's cook some more. You just use resources again. Yes, now we have enough. By the way, I leveled up cooking, and then I can use that and get energy. Energy is used for every action that you do in game. To do those, I don't have the mortar because it's broken. Here I can actually see what it's needed. How do you do this? If you don't have the stuff, yes, if you don't have the stuff, it tells you what you don't have. Like I don't have mushrooms. I have the rest, but I don't have mushrooms. And when you can craft it, you just use everything. And here you can make, let's say, a sword. It's gonna use some ore, some energy, and there you go. You can sell it, for instance, or you can use it. Let's just do it again. Let's also make shield. Okay, have a shield. Nice. So that's the camp. Basically, you craft something out of resources. Then we have the inventory screen, which is everything at once. So it has the items. It has also your renown, your fame, how much well known you are, and you need specific level of that to unlock specific quests. This is your energy, so how much you can do. So this is not your life. This is just your energy, how much you can, well, how many actions you can do, because most actions cost you energy. That's money. For some reason I have very little, probably I spend a lot. And those are your skills. So you have skills for combat, for hunting, that's probably fishing. Yes, that's fishing, cooking, herbalism, alchemy, opening locks, mining, and smithing. So those are unlocked very slowly, and then you can use them. They basically increase the amount of things you can do. And also each action, each skill allows you to do different things. So for instance, if we take hunting, first you can only hunt rabbits, then you can hunt other creatures, for instance boars or deer. So this just slowly unlocks more actions for this for this one skill. So with 9 skills we have multiple actions for each of them. That's quite a lot of stuff. Let's check this screen here. This is just one part of the location. If you go to map, you can move to different locations. You can also directly use merchants from this general map. So if I click, let's say this, I can directly sell or buy items from the merchant. I could, for instance, get the mortar. Yes, I don't have mortar. Now I have mortar. Good. I can go back and craft something, right? I can craft, for instance, health potion. Alright, so this is added. I could sell it or use it. If we go back again, yes, we are in this location. So this is part of the map, and the whole map is divided into 4 big regions, and you have to unlock each region location by location. Sometimes you don't see even the full location. You have to do something, and then it unlocks another part. From what I know, each game from the series plays the same. So I played the second one, I played this one. I might also play others when I get them, but they're all very similar. Now, what can I do here? I can, for instance, use fishing. This is what's gonna cost me. It's gonna cost me 4 energy, and this can break. The fishing net can break, and this is just my skill that I already have. So if I do it, I lose some energy, but I gain fish. If I go for this, I'm gonna get algae, and again, nothing changed. Yes, I'm better at fishing. Good. I can get more fish. We could also go to Mr. Fisherman. He sells, so I could buy, for instance, additional hook and additional angle, and maybe more of the bait. Right? I just bought it. I could fight this this rat. I'm gonna use 4. I'm gonna probably get nothing. Not sure if it gets me. No, it gets me nothing. That's a hunter. Again, I can check if I need something. I could buy some arrows, for instance. And this is some quest. He lost dagger, but yeah, it's somewhere. I would have to look for it, right? So let's move somewhere. And let's see. He's talking about spider nest. I'm not sure if I can click anything here. Probably not. You can also click boxes that are hidden. Sometimes there are hidden items somewhere in the world. Not sure if I can click something here. I could kill this fox. It's gonna give me fur. So now we have fur. Can use it. You can go deeper. And that's the spider nest. I don't know where exactly is the dagger. Oh, actually, maybe, yeah, I clicked it. It was on the floor. Good. So I can now go back, finish a quest. Let's see what we get. We'll get, not sure. Oh, we got fame, we got some trophy we can sell, and more fur, which might be needed for something else. Usually there is some sort of economy going on. You need to buy stuff and sell stuff and get something to use it, and then by using it you get something else, and so on. So for instance, here we could check the cook, and buy, for instance, we can buy food directly from her. We'll also buy shrooms and use them in the food preparation. We can also check around if there is something. See, there is eggs. We can get those. We can just click stuff. I'm not sure how you exactly get stuff back, but a lot of stuff respawns, so probably you can't get stuck. I'm not entirely sure. That was always my problem with this game. I wasn't sure if you can get stuck and just run out of energy and have nothing, but I guess there's always something you can just find in the world. Like you can go up and just look around, right? And there is again eggs. I could sell the eggs, let's say buy food for it, and then regain energy, keep playing. I'm not sure if it's always like this, but usually there is some stuff you can get, like those shrooms, and maybe something else. No, I don't think there's anything clickable. For this guy we need potions. We don't have potions, so we cannot do it. I would have to first get potions, then I could fight this ogre, and again maybe I would get something. Maybe I would train my combat skill, or maybe I would get some reward, or maybe I would unlock something that's behind him, right? He might be guarding some area. Here are again shrooms. So this is a bit of hidden object game as well. but mostly it's just resources management and an RPG. Here, as you can see, I'm getting lots of stuff for free, like this is money directly. That's shrooms that we needed for food. That's again shrooms, but different shrooms. That's berries. Actually here I have to spend energy, but then I can craft health potions from it, which I needed. I needed 5 for that ogre. Now I can craft some. I could also use this and get some flowers, then make more potions with the flowers, or sell the flowers. Or see, my sickle got broken. I used it and it got broken. I would have to now get another sickle. I actually have another, but they eventually break, and then you run out and you have to get another tool from the merchant and keep going. So I'm just sort of grinding here. I'm getting a variety of things, then I can then craft into something useful. You never know what you need, so anything can be useful here. I'm just gonna get some stuff, kill the bear. Yeah, we burned 3 potions, but we got fur. Now we can use the fur or sell it or use it for a quest and so on. What's here? Yes, we can mine, for instance. We can mine salt in this case. We can also go deeper. I think this is deeper. Yes, here there is silver and some sort of crystal. Some bats I could fight. Probably they won't give me any rewards, so I won't. Maybe I will fight one just for the sake of it. Let's fight this one. Yeah, he's gonna burn another potion. Probably will get no reward. Yeah, there's no point. But sometimes you have to fight enemies at least once and then they respawn. I'm not sure exactly what's the point of killing them if they give no reward. But usually you have to just break through an area, like go here and use something, find an object, and then you go back. But enemies respawn, and also those additional items respawn. So if you just keep watching every location, you can get like more shrooms, right? You can keep getting more shrooms, more eggs that can be sold to an alchemist, more items directly from boxes, more berries, and so on. So generally you just click, 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 and grind, and you get somewhere with it. Because now if I would sell all that stuff, I would have money. I could directly buy an item that I need and maybe push forward some quest. You can just do that all the time. Keep grinding unless you have like pretty much everything you need. Then just sell something in bulk and push the story forward. Sometimes you just have to kill enemies to get a higher skill in combat, or grind any other skill, like mine a lot to increase your mining, and then you move around the area clicking, from location to location. I'm just gonna go a bit further. Yes, this is also part of the location. Here I could fight a snake. I could go back. I'm not sure how to go out of there because I forgot. Yeah, I guess that was the place. Here, I think it was here. Yes, you would have to use the mine, well, not the mine, the caves, and, well, it's probably a mine. Let's see. Yeah, it's sort of a mine because you can mine here. And, yeah, get more stuff. This one is the normal ore that I used to make a sword. I'm still farming the mining skill, and so it goes. You just go deeper and deeper. Actually, I can go back there, use that barrel here, get some piece of string, and so on. As you can see, items, there is lots of items, and they just keep milled in every direction. You burn some to get something, some item, then you use the item to get something else, then you buy some stuff, then you sell some stuff. Like now I could sell all the mushrooms somewhere, I guess, and get some money, or I could just look around for specific resources. Like I could go there, go back to where I was, and let's say look for flowers if I need flowers. Like those are already cut, but I could just keep going from one part of the world to the other and eventually grind everything, or just buy it directly from the merchant. So guys, that's the game. I'm gonna go back to menu. Where is it? I guess it's here. Yeah, right. So it's quite specific. If you never played any part, well, you should try one of those. I would say grab it on sale because, well, it's not a very long game. It's not a very complex game, but it's much better than you might think. Like first contact could be, oh, it's just some clicker, very primitive clicker with few options, and everything is just set in stone. Like you click this and you get that thing, and then you click something else, and you always get a very similar result. Well, sometimes something breaks or not, but usually if you have all the resources, something usually just happens. And you might think that, well, it's linear in some way. Yes, it is, but it also has some sort of economy system, and you do upgrade your skills, you do unlock more stuff, and of course you proceed with the story. The story was fine, I would say. It wasn't very awesome, but I would say a bit generic, but it was okay. The grinding was very addictive. Well, the 6 hours of grinding, of clicking stuff to get stuff, but I wasn't really bored. I was maybe a little bit annoyed where I had to grind particular skills. I just didn't get the upgrade to the skill. I just had to grind some enemies, and well, it was mostly combat skill, but I had a little bit problem with that. But overall, you can do it. You can't really get stuck. You always have stuff that it's well, it comes back, right? Something gets respawned, or well, enemies get respawned, items get respawned, or you can do some trading and, well, sell some stuff. Let's say find some flowers, sell them, buy the weapon, then use the weapon to do something, and then get an upgrade to your skill, and then with that skill you can move somewhere else and do something else. So you can actually proceed, you can finish the game. I finished both parts, second and third, so I didn't get stuck. It just depends how long you take, what exactly you will do, how much you will grind one thing. Will you just rush through the story? Will you go for the achievements? Will you be well, getting particular thing one after the other, like first you fish, then you can't, or so, something like that, or you will just do whatever you need at the moment, just enough to proceed with something. It depends how you play. So there is some wriggling space depending on playstyle, but overall it's gonna be a few hour long experience with the story and with a lot of grinding and clicking. It's sort of a clicker game. It's not really idle game, but it's a clicker. You just click stuff and you get some stuff, well, one piece at a time or a few pieces at a time. And overall, you grow in power and you grow in wealth, and eventually you are able to make it to the end. It's a very nice experience, actually. It doesn't look like much. It might seem like, okay, they already made like 4 games with the same idea. It is quite cheap. It is quite indie, but it's actually fun to play. I liked it. I would just be very careful with the price. So personally, I would give it 6. I think it's above average, slightly above average, because it looks like almost nothing, like some adventure clicker game. Very, very weird, actually. It's really hard to say what it is. It is probably a management game. You manage your resources. It is also some sort of an RPG, but it's very linear. So it's mostly just grinding and properly using what you have to get something else. And well, when you do, you just do what is to be done in the game. You do all the quests, you do all the story, you unlock all the locations, and then you're done. But it definitely lasts for like 1 or 2 or maybe 3 afternoons of just laid back casual grinding and, well, beating the game or just even playing for achievements. So it is a positive review. I like the game. I like the second part, like the third part. It took me like a whole night or whole afternoon to finish. Same with the other game. So, well, this one is around 6 hours long, unless you're gonna go for all the achievements, then maybe a bit longer. The second part took me 10 hours. Well, just check the price. If it's on sale, you can grab it. Probably the whole series, because they are very similar. But this one in particular was enough, as I say, for just 6 hours. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. Well, it's not a lot, but it's fun to play while it lasts. That's what I would say. If you played any other game, it's similar, just shorter, probably at least than second part. And well, hard to say if you can be a fan of the genre, because it's hard to define the genre. I don't really know many games exactly like this one. But if you like some sort of management and very rudimentary economics, and you want to, well, just play something and finish it in 2 or 3 days, sure, it could be a fun experience. Especially if you never played any game like that, and probably you should get the cheapest one, like the first part, somewhere on sale, and see if you like it. So then you can get all the 4 I think there's 4 games now. The last one has a different title, but generally it's Hero of the Kingdom 1, 2, and 3, and then there's one more like Lost Tales or something like that. So overall there will be like 4 games, very very similar. But you might like it actually. It's not ugly even. It's quite nice to see all this stuff. It's a little bit of hidden object as well, so you can just look for stuff and well proceed until you're done. It's if you really sit to it, it's not gonna take long, like 2 or 3 days you're done. But still, it's a fun game. So I can recommend it, but just be careful what it is because it's hard to say by screenshots. Well, so I hope I showed you enough, maybe even too much. But yeah, it's more than what you can see at the first glance. It's actually quite a fun game. Yeah. So that's gonna be it for Hero of the Kingdom 3. I give it 6 out of 10. It's slightly above average. It's actually fun to play. It's more than it seems. And if you grab it on sale, you should be satisfied. So that will be it, and I'll see you guys in the next review.